What if I told you the most important stories in the Marvel Cinematic Universe weren't told with scripts, but with cameras? We all know the interconnected timeline, the phases, the post-credit scenes. But there's a secret history to the MCU, a visual revolution led by 4 sets of directors who didn't just make Marvel movies. They remade Marvel itself. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the signature shots and camera techniques of the 4 pillars of the modern MCU, who proved that a director's voice can be the most powerful force in a cinematic universe. When the guys known for sharp, character-driven TV comedies like Community and Arrested Development got the keys to Captain America, you can bet people were skeptical. But the Russos had a secret weapon, a philosophy they called psychological realism. Their mission wasn't just to make a superhero movie, it was to make a grounded 1970s-style political thriller that just happened to star a super soldier. And you see their signature style explode onto the screen in Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Visceral, chaotic, handheld camera work. During that iconic highway fight, the camera isn't just a passive observer. It's right there in the action. It shakes, it jolts, it desperately tries to keep up. The Russos used specific shutter angles to create an energy that was both kinetic and brutally clear. This wasn't just a stylistic choice, it was a character choice. It throws us into Steve Rogers' reality, a man of clear-cut morals dropped into the murky, violent chaos of modern espionage. The camera's struggle to stay focused mirrors Cap's own struggle to find his footing in a world of gray. This philosophy scaled up when they took on the impossible task of Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. Drawing on their TV background, where balancing huge casts is essential, they became architects of managed chaos. Their technique evolved from street-level fights to what their VFX supervisor called the cataclysmic environmental pull. Think of Thanos ripping a moon apart on Titan. That wasn't just a massive CGI shot. It was the result of meticulous planning across 14 different visual effects houses. It was a moment designed to feel so overwhelming, so tactile, that the audience feels the weight of Thanos' power. Even the dusting, the snap that erased half of all life, was designed around the raw, emotional performances of the actors, making a cosmic event feel devastatingly personal. The Russos' genius was orchestrating the largest spectacle imaginable, while making sure the camera, and by extension the audience, never lost its connection to the human emotion at the center of it all. They weren't just creating action, they were engineering empathy on a blockbuster scale. While the Russos were grounding gods, Ryan Coogler was elevating kings. With Black Panther, Coogler faced a massive challenge. How do you introduce an entire, technologically advanced nation, build a new mythology, and tell a deeply personal story all at once? His answer was to create what you could call an intimate epic, a style that weaves grand spectacle with a tight, character-driven focus. And you see this perfectly in that legendary casino fight sequence. The scene is a masterclass in controlled, balletic action, designed to look like one incredible unbroken shot. But it's the camera that tells the real story. Coogler uses this long-take technique to build unbearable tension and reveal character through choreography. As the camera flawlessly floats from the ground floor up to the second level on a cable rig, it's not just showing us a fight, it's immersing us in the seamless teamwork of T'Challa, Okoye, and Nakia. Every detail, from the Pan-African colors reflected in their outfits to how the camera tracks each hero, reinforces the film's themes of unity and cultural pride. This wasn't a new trick for him. He was already mastering this in Creed. In that film, Coogler uses long takes during the boxing matches to lock the audience right into Adonis Creed's perspective. We feel every punch, every moment of exhaustion, because the camera never cuts away. It traps us in the ring with him, forcing us to share his anxiety and his will to win. In both films, Coogler's camera is an empathy machine. For him, a fight scene is never just a fight scene. In Black Panther, the casino brawl is a statement of Wakandan elegance and power on the world stage. In Creed, the boxing match is the brutal, internal battle of a man fighting his father's legacy. Coogler makes the epic feel intimate by making sure that no matter how big the world gets, the camera always stays anchored to the hero's heart. By the time Phase 3 rolled around, the Thor franchise had a problem. The first 2 films, conceived as Shakespearean dramas, were often seen as afterthoughts in the MCU. The God of Thunder was powerful, but he wasn't always fun. Then, Marvel made a daring choice. They hired Taika Waititi, a New Zealand filmmaker known for his sweet, quirky indie comedies. Waititi's approach was radical. He didn't just want to change the tone. He wanted to perform a rebirthing of the character. His signature style is a masterful blend of absurd humor and sudden gut-punching sincerity, a style best described as happy, sad cinema. His genius is in the comedy of the mundane clashing with the extraordinary. Think of Korg, a revolutionary made of rocks, trying to print pamphlets for his failed uprising. It's a silly joke that perfectly captures Waititi's style. He didn't just add jokes, he created an environment of improvisation, encouraging actors like Chris Hemsworth to tap into their comedic strengths. In fact, a huge percentage of the dialogue in Thor Ragnarok was improvised on set, giving the film a human touch that felt genuine, because it often was. But just as you're laughing, Waititi pivots. Take Odin's death scene. It's a quiet, beautiful moment of farewell that comes right after a series of hilarious, almost silly scenes. This rapid shift from high comedy to profound drama is Waititi's signature move. He uses humor to disarm you, to get your guard down, and that's when he hits you with the real emotional gut punch. He revitalized Thor not by ignoring the drama, but by proving that laughter and tears could exist in the same cosmic breath. He made Thor not just mighty, but lovable. Before 2014, the Guardians of the Galaxy were C-list cosmic weirdos, and turning them into household names was seen as Marvel's biggest gamble. But director James Gunn had a vision, and it was built around one core idea: finding the profound, beating heart inside the pain of his outcast characters. Gunn's most famous technique is, of course, his use of music. But his needle drops aren't just a cool soundtrack. They are the film's soul. He built the entire script for Guardians of the Galaxy around the awesome mix cassette tape, making Peter Quill's connection to his late mother the emotional center of the story. The songs weren't an afterthought. They were often written into the script, and Gunn even played them on set, so the actors and camera operators could find the perfect rhythm for each scene. Visually, Gunn's style is all about intimate spectacle. He uses what you could call a stabilized chaos glide, where the camera moves with a fluid, personal energy, hugging the action instead of just watching from a distance. But his real signature is his focus on trauma. Every one of his heroes is broken. Quill is running from grief, Rocket is a product of horrific experiments, Drax lost his family, Nebula is a survivor of terrible abuse. Gunn knows that the key to making you care about a talking raccoon is to show you his scars. His filmmaking isn't just about the loud, flashy moments. His genius lies in the quiet ones, the moments of vulnerability and connection between these damaged souls. He's not afraid to show the ugliness and pain that fuels his heroes, and in doing so, he creates surprisingly and powerfully human stories of redemption. The Russo brothers took the spectacle of gods and made it feel grounded, visceral, and psychologically real. Ryan Coogler transformed epic world building into an intimate, personal journey. Taika Waititi injected a universe-saving dose of absurdist humor and sincere heart, and James Gunn taught the MCU how to find the soul in its strangest, most broken misfits. These directors prove that a cinematic universe doesn't have to be a creative monolith. It can be a canvas for distinct, powerful artistic voices. If you enjoy these deep dives into the filmmaking that shapes our favorite movies, make sure to like and subscribe for more breakdowns that go beyond the surface. But the question remains: who do you think has had the biggest visual impact on the MCU? Let us know in the comments below.